Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Amaya, and today I am just going to be having a little girls talk. It's been a while since I saw you guys, about a little over a month. So yeah, sorry I've been gone. I've just been super busy with school ending and everything, but yeah, I will definitely be coming back. So yeah, for today's video, I am just going to be doing a little girls talk, and I am so excited because I haven't had a sit down video in a while. I think it's been since my first video, so it's been a while since I had a sit down video, so I'm so excited. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. Comment down below if you are excited that school's ending in a couple weeks. Like, tell me this year has went fast. Like, oh my gosh, like I can't even. And so yeah, also some school vlogs, hopefully. I gotta ask my principal first, coming out soon. But yeah, let's do a little life update before we start this video. So, life has been going pretty good. It's been going decent. I mean, there's still like ups and downs. Of course, we get these sad waves, but you know, it's life. And honestly, these have probably been one of the best weeks of my life. You know, just like the school year ending and me just spending so much time with my friends, and you know, at my church, they're doing all these like summer games. They're coming out with these summer games, and so I'm so excited. And yeah, life has been pretty good. Of course, I've had to take a break because, you know, gotta catch up on schoolwork. There's been a lot of stuff I haven't had to deal with lately, so sorry I haven't been posting. And so yeah, but we are back. I will definitely get on with the posting schedule again. I'm so glad to be talking to you guys again. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get started with this video. Right, so for this girls talk, comment down below if I should make this a series, because I kind of want to. Just like, okay, so I've been wanting to start a podcast, but I feel like I should start a podcast when I'm like out of high school, which is a while from now. So yeah, maybe later in life I will start a podcast, but this is kind of like a mini podcast, even though I don't have the mic or anything. It's kind of like that. And so yeah, the 5 topics for this girls talk is going to be boys, school, toxic friends, self-care and self-worth, and mental health. So yeah, I am so excited, so let's just get into it. All right, so the first topic that I'm going to be talking about is school. So I feel like I've learned a lot this year in, you know, school and popularity, and it's not all that. I mean, school is, you know, you need to go to school, but popularity in general is not all that. It is not what it seems. Like, so yeah, a little story time. Let's go back to this year, 7th grade. I was like, I'm going to be popular so I don't get bullied. And that was not the case. That was not the case. And honestly, I regret it. But I also am thankful that I got to go through that season and that phase in my life, to learn, like, you know, all of it. And so yeah, let me bring you along basically my 7th grade year of popularity. And so that summer when I was going into 7th grade, I told myself, like, I will be popular. Like, I will wear the coolest clothes. I will do all of this. And yes, I was like that. And I'm gonna admit to it, because I was like, I can't get bullied this year. I can't take anymore. And so yeah, I kind of just was like, I had my mind bent on being popular so I don't get bullied, because I can't have my strings pulled anymore. Like, I felt like I was about to like flip out on people, you know what I mean? But I was like, it's a new school, fresh start. Let's just try to be as popular as I can so I don't get bullied. And probably one of the biggest mistakes of my life. So yeah, let's just get into that. And so I went to school, and honestly, I wasn't even that popular. I had popular friends, and for the first couple weeks, yeah, not everybody knew my name, like not like that popular, just like I had friends, right? I was good, right? But I always I had this thought in my mind, I have to have cool friends even if they're fake. And I'm not saying they were fake. I'm not calling anybody out here. I'm just saying even if they're fake, I need popular friends. I don't care if the real friends are unpopular. I was so dumb, I swear. But yeah, I kind of just had my mindset bent on this is it. I'm done, and I will be popular every single year until I get out of school, because this is all I can do. And of course, popularity comes with a price. And yeah, I did get popular. I mean, somewhat. I don't know. I guess that was popular to me. Having tons of friends and, having people walk up to me every day, having my friends walk up to me every day and not being alone sitting at the lunch table. But I always felt like I had to be perfect, I had to show the best sides of me. I had to be perfect, had to wear this, had to do that, had to be this pretty. And of course, I'm not saying these people expected it from me, but it was just something, this tension that all the girls had between each other. It's we have to set this expectation for ourselves, or we are literally going to get ruined. We are literally going to fall out of popularity and get bullied and have all this drama with all these girls. So we have to set this expectation, or at least that's what I thought. I had to set this expectation and do all of this, or they're going to bully me, or they're going to come after me, or they're going to do anything. And honestly, right now, I'm just going to say, so what? So what? And they honestly did, and I didn't do anything wrong. And so let's just bring it back. So I'm not calling anybody out, but I was popular for about 2 months, and then I think I'd said something wrong that they didn't like, and let's just say they put me in my place. I mean, I didn't say anything mean. They just didn't like what I said, and so they got all their friends, and they were like, blank. And right then and there, I was like, okay, so this isn't working. And I fell into a lot, which I will talk about later. And so yeah, after that, a couple weeks later, became friends with those girls again. But I still felt like if I make one mistake, they are literally going to tear me up. Going to make fun of me, criticize me, do all of that, and I would be left all alone, I was. So I became friends with them again, and after a couple months, I just couldn't take it. So around January or February, I don't really remember, I finally was like, yeah, people talk to me. Yeah, people come up to me and compliment me, and I have friends who actually don't let me sit alone at the lunch table, and, I get to hang out with friends outside, and they will always have my back, and all of this stuff, and no. But would that come with the price of always feeling like I have to be perfect, and if I don't, they just drop all that stuff? No. I didn't want to feel that way. I wanted friends who would do that for free. You know what I mean? Have my back. Love me for me. And honestly, I just couldn't take it anymore. And so I was like, I didn't say I was done. I just distanced myself. I was like, and if you're going through this right now, you don't have to go up to them and say, you guys are this, and that, and I can't take this anymore. You can just say, you don't have to say anything at all. You can distance yourself, be like, hey, what's up? Be acquaintances, but you don't have to start a whole bunch of drama, and you don't have to completely ignore them. Acquaintances, distance, but not totally make this whole thing, right? And so, yeah, if you want to be popular, I'm just gonna say it is not all that, and I promise you that. And I had people tell me that. I literally had people tell me that. They're like, it's not all that, I promise you. Like, and my mom told me, like, why? You can get real friends who aren't popular. Why do you need to be popular? And so what if they bully you? Go to the principal about it. Do something about it, you know? Like, you don't have to be popular. And even though I wasn't getting bullied, it kind of felt like I was. Because I always had this weight on my back, and I always felt crappy. And even though I was smiling at school, I was coming home crying. It was always something, popular or not popular. So you need to not care what people think, unless it's something that you need to listen to, something that people are actually saying that is true. But if they're saying, like, oh, you're ugly, oh, you're fat, or you're too skinny, or something like that, or you should set this expectation, why? Like, what is the reason? Why do I need to set this expectation? Why do I need to be perfect for you? Why do you care? Why do I care what you say? You can't care what people think. Yeah, and I mean, if you're naturally popular and people just like you for you, then you keep doing that. But honestly, if you try to force yourself into popularity, try to be someone that you're not, people will see literally right through you. And yeah, that's all I can say. Don't be popular. And if you already are, because you're you, then that's good. People like you for you. But honestly, I was playing this fake person that portrayed I was perfect, and I never cry, and I'm always happy, and I always have a smile on my face, and I'm, blah, 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 blah. I wasn't, though. I wasn't. Coming home crying every day. Like, no. And honestly, as I finally accepted, like, popularity isn't the way to go. Like, I should have friends who care about me, who I trust to tell stuff to, who make me happy, who I can make them happy just by being me, who love me for me. And of course, I'm not perfect, and so we will have bad times, but I'm saying who will love me for my funny side, for my crying side. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's people who are good for you, not people who, unless you don't do this, this, and this, just because you're popular, we don't care. We will drop you in a second if you don't do this. And so, yeah, I don't know. I kind of got off topic there, but yeah, basically popularity isn't all that. You will literally live in your own hell in popularity until you can actually find peace with yourself and be like, I'm good. Like, I don't need this. I need real friends who will actually care about me. I don't need this. I need people who actually love me for me. I need to bring out the real side of me. I kind of picked out a little bit of all the topics, but yeah, that's basically the first part about school. So the second part about school is grades. So yeah, I would just say, how do I explain this? I don't really know how to explain like school and like real school, like your schoolwork. If like, I don't know, like try hard in school, kids, do good. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, don't procrastinate if you need to finish an assignment, because it will just literally pile up and up. What is on my ceiling? Oh, it would literally just pile up and up, and it wouldn't, like, just don't miss any assignments. Don't have any assignments late. And if you have an assignment late, don't put yourself down about it. Like, okay, if it's late, tell your teacher why it's late and get it done. Like, you know what I mean? But if it's like constant and you don't care, it's like, maybe we should care about school just a little bit. Yeah, definitely. And personally, I enjoy doing schoolwork. I mean, not a lot of schoolwork because I used to go to a school that was a charter school and it wasn't the best. I mean, they gave a third grader 15 pages of homework, but you know what? But yeah, do good in school. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's move on to the second topic, toxic friends. And I feel like this probably is the most like popularist topic, because people want to know like what is toxic, what is not, like should I drop this friend for this if they do this. But I'll explain it to you. First of all, toxic friends are people who aren't happy when you have an achievement done or whatever, or you do something good, or you get an A on your test or whatever, something like that. Second, they don't want you hanging out with any other friends except them. Third, they're never satisfied with anything that you do. Like if you're funny around them, they don't like that. If you're serious around them, they don't like that. They always have a problem with what you're doing. They're never satisfied, if you know what I mean. Like, so you know how you have a gut feeling, right? So if you feel something's off with them, if they say like, oh wow, like I'm so proud of you, like you could feel something is off right there. Like you could feel like they're not actually proud of you. Or if they just say it straight up, like, so what? Like it's not that big of a deal. That's like a toxic friend like thing. Like if I said I hit my first milestone or I hit my second milestone on YouTube. Speaking of, thank you guys so much for helping me hit 200 subscribers, my second milestone. Thank you guys so much. I am so thankful and grateful for you guys. I love you guys so much. And yeah, all right, back to the video. Like if I said to one of my friends, I hit my second milestone and I just hit 200 subscribers, which I did. Thank you all for that. And they go, oh, well, yay, I guess. Like you could feel, like, you know, that gut feeling, you can feel like, okay, they're not actually proud of me. Like they don't want this for me. You know what I mean? And third, they're talking behind your back. They're talking behind your back and you hear about it. Even if it's not true, you need to like tell them like, hey, like what's going on? Did you say this about me? And they usually don't confront it, but if they usually don't admit to it, but if they do, drop them. If they don't, but you can feel something is off with them, drop them too. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I promise you, as soon as you get out of that friendship, you will feel so free. You will feel like you don't have to put up a face or you don't have to do anything. You know what I mean? And this basically goes along with popularity too. And then secondly, if they always say like, oh, I don't have time right now, or oh, like I'm kind of busy with another person, or oh, I really don't want to hang out, or if they say like, oh, sorry, I can't hang out, I'm out of town, and then you see them with another friend, it's like, what? So you just truly just don't want to hang out with me. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, so I see what you're doing here, drop them. And then the fifth reason is if you can just feel something is off with them, like, and it goes back to like, if you can feel like they're talking about you, or if you could just feel like even if they're having the most respectfulest tone, is that a word? Respectfulest? I don't know. Respectfulest tone, most nicest, I don't know. They give you presents. They do all of this. If you can feel like they don't like you, they don't. Like always, I feel like always, most definitely your gut feeling is right. If you can feel like they don't like you, if you can feel tension between each other, that they don't like you, that you don't like each other, drop them, okay? And if you find yourself feeling like, I don't know, guilty or sad or bad about yourself or insecure or feeling like you don't like them either, drop them. Like, you do not have to stay in that friendship if you don't want to. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's like but I don't want them saying this about me and saying that about me, or she's my only friend, or he's my only friend, or blah, 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 blah. Don't stay in the relationship. Find new friends. I know it's scary to find new friends, but find new friends. Or they've been friends with me for 7 to 8 years and blah, 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 blah. People change. And if they're toxic, drop them. You do not have to stay in that relationship. Yes, you guys were best friends for 7 to 8 years. But if they are treating you the way I just said, or if you feel some tension, or if you don't like them, or you just feel like you guys are burned out, don't stay with them. You don't have to. And honestly, if you can feel like you don't want to, don't. So what if they say this about you? That means they're really toxic. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to stay in that relationship just to satisfy them. And they'll never even be satisfied with you in the first place. So just don't. So yeah, that's pretty much it for toxic friends. So the third topic is boys. So yeah, I'm going to be talking about dating and signs that a boy likes you and what not to do with a boy. So yeah. Okay, so this might get a little uncomfortable, but it's fine. Okay, let's start off with dating. I would say my opinion on dating, I feel like when you feel like it's the right time, not when the guy feels like it's the right time, when you feel like it's the right time to date, you do that. But honestly, I feel like you shouldn't be dating until you're actually mature enough to understand what dating is. Like, if you're a 10-year-old and like, oh, I like this boy, so I'm gonna date him. Like, you don't even know what dating means. And honestly, what I believe is dating is for marriage. And so, yeah. And of course, if you want to date at 10, that is completely you and your parents' choice. Like, then you do that. But personally, I feel like the minimum of dating should be like 14. Like, the minimum. Personally, I want to date when I'm like 17, but the minimum 14. Because you need to know exactly who you want to be when you grow up. You need to know where you're at. You need to focus on your own self. You don't need to focus on a boy. And if you like a boy, then because we're girls, we like boys, right? And so, I mean, if you like a boy, then that's fine. It's okay. Like, you don't have to be like, okay, I'm just going to shut off my feelings. Honestly, the minimum dating 14, because you are still finding out who you want to be. You are still going through so much. And honestly, I feel like you shouldn't be worrying about boys right now. You should be hanging out with your friends and thinking about yourself. You know, I mean, it's okay to think about yourself from time to time. Of course not obsessed, but you know what I mean? You don't need to feel like you have to provide for another person until you are old enough to actually understand what that is. You know what I mean? And so, I mean, you do you, boo. I mean, if you want to date when you're 10, then, and your parents are fine with it, fine. But honestly, personally, I feel like I want to know who I want to be, and I want to know the type I want. Okay, that sounded so wrong. I want to know the kind of guy I want, and the guy who I want to someday marry, hopefully. You know what I mean? It kind of goes, it's kind of everywhere right now. But yeah, I want to know who I want to be, what I want to do when I grow up, what the kind of guy I want, and how I want him to treat me. And when you're super young like that, you don't think about that stuff. You just go do it. You know what I mean? And you can't, I don't really know. But now, liking somebody. Yeah, I mean, of course we can like boys. We can't just shut off our feelings, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's okay to like a boy. I mean, we are humans, we have feelings, so that is perfectly fine. Just don't let your thoughts go too far with it, if you know what I mean. So yeah, and if you see yourself like thinking about him all the time, you probably like him. I'm just gonna say it. You have to admit it to yourself once, and a blue moon. You have to say, like, maybe I do like this guy if I'm thinking about him all the time and I want to see him all the time and blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? And so, yeah. I think that's pretty much it for boys. So, toxic boys. So, if you find yourself in a relationship with a toxic boy, and it's not necessarily hitting, that'd be abusive, but it goes both ways with boys and girls. Toxic friends, toxic boyfriends. You find yourself always feeling neglected or feeling off when, if he doesn't let you check his phone, that's the number one red flag. Like, you shouldn't feel like you have to check his phone. You shouldn't feel like he is hiding something, you know what I mean? And if he is, then you can deal with that on your own. You can decide, I can't go any further than that, but yeah, that's the number one red flag. Or if he goes past your boundaries. That's the thing. That can go literally two ways. Like, he can be too touchy, or he never ever pays attention to you and he's talking to some other girl probably. You know what I mean? So we basically already covered that part. And I'm talking about if he's too touchy. Like, if personally, when I want a boyfriend, I don't want to kiss until marriage. And so if I say, hey, I don't want to kiss until marriage, or I don't want to do this and that, and he crosses it, like, even if you say, hey, I don't want to be touched there, or I don't want this to happen, and he does it, and he goes past your boundaries, or if you feel uncomfortable around him, which you shouldn't feel uncomfortable, and if you do, that's a second red flag. He's crossing your boundaries and he isn't listening, and you need to break up with him. And if he's just a toxic boy in general, like, don't stay with him. You mean more than this scrummy little boy. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to stay in this relationship if you feel this way. You know what I mean? So if he is toxic, or if you really just don't want to be in a relationship, then get out of it, Say it goes both ways with toxic friends and toxic boyfriends. So, yeah. I guess that's pretty much it about boys. So for the fourth topic I'm going to be talking about is periods. And this kind of goes along with self-care. So yeah, I'm going to get a little TMI here. So if you want to skip over this part, perfectly fine. So yeah, this is kind of going to be for my older girls too. So if you're like 7, 8, 9, probably skip over this part, okay? Okay. All right, so periods. So I'm going to do a little backstory. I got my period when I was 11. I was like 11 and a half or something. I don't know. And funny story, I actually got it after gymnastics, or I was in gymnastics actually. And I didn't know until after gymnastics, and I went to the bathroom and I saw blood in my pants. And so, yeah, let's just go along with this. So you, first of all, need to keep clean on your periods. So change your sheets, definitely. And if you do end up leaking on your sheets, just make sure you wash them after, because I'm just gonna say period blood smells. It smells bad. Okay? I'm just gonna say that. And take showers every day. Take showers 2 times a day. Because as a girl on your period, you literally sweat so much. It's unbelievable. You sweat so bad. And it's horrible. Because you can't even, like, for me, I can't even put a blanket on. I have to put, like, a sheet over me so I don't, like, freeze. But I don't, like, sweat so bad. And even then I do sweat. And so, yeah, take showers and definitely, like, keep clean. And then second thing, period products. So I used to use pads. I used to use the Flex Foam pads, the Radiant Teen ones. But I just started using tampons, and I think my last period, I started using tampons. And honestly, in my opinion, they are so much better than pads. Like, I'm just gonna get real plain here. I hate sitting in my own blood. And I didn't realize that until I started using tampons. And then you can go swimming. And so with tampons, you're probably worried about, I mean, I was worried about the skin breaking when you put a I'm trying to be serious here. When you put a tampon up and it doesn't break, it just stretches, and so you'll be perfectly fine. It does, I'm going to be real with you guys for a minute. I would say don't use tampons until you're probably 13, 14 and up, because if you started your period when you're like 9, personally, I don't think anyone does. Probably a few girls, but you usually start your period around 10 or 11. Don't use them until you're like 13 or 14, because yes, that area can stretch, but personally, even for me, it hurt taking out the tampon out. I'm just gonna say it plain, okay? It did hurt taking the tampon out the first time, but when you start getting used to it, it's perfectly fine. And so yeah, definitely personally, I would suggest not using them until you're 13, 14, until you know how your body works with periods, you know what I mean? And until you can grow a little bit with periods, you know what I mean? And so personally, I like using tampons. I think I'm gonna, and you can do swimming. Yes, you can do swimming. I'm gonna say that. I was so scared the first time because with tampons and all of that, I was like, doesn't the string like soak it up and then like go into your tampon? I don't know what I was thinking, but I thought, you know, the water would like soak it up just like a pad, and it didn't. So yeah, and if you definitely, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, if you have irritation, if you are using tampons for the first time or for the first couple times and you feel like irritation down there, or like you feel like you can't walk right, or you can still feel it, which you shouldn't. I mean, of course you have to feel it a little bit, but yeah, if you feel any like irritation or any of that, your tampon's probably not in far enough. Sorry, this is like new to me. Your tampon's probably not in far enough, and so yeah, I had to say it, okay? And so yeah, if it is, just take it out and put in a new one. And you are not okay. Should I do? I'll be right back. I have a tampon here. I'm gonna show you how to use a tampon because it's girls talk, okay? So I use the Radiant Tampax Radiant regulars. So yeah, basically this is how you use a tampon. So you're gonna take it, and then you're just gonna like, personally, I just like rip it open, and I just take it out like this, and this is how it usually looks. So there's my lip balm. This is how it usually so it usually looks, okay? And so if you're using the pocket ones, you're gonna wanna take this and you're gonna pull it until it clicks, okay? Until it clicks. If you feel like you're gonna pull it too far and you're gonna pull this plastic thing out, you won't. That's how I was worried about it. But yeah, and then you wanna have it straight up, and then you're gonna put your fingers, you're gonna put your thumb and your middle finger right here, and then you're gonna take it, and then you're gonna like, you wanna point it at an angle, okay? Because you know what, is at an angle. And so like when it goes up, and then so you're not gonna like put it right there and then push it up. You wanna like take your fingers and then like put it up first and then push it up. So yeah, basically. And then so you're gonna use your like, what is this called, pointer finger, and you're just gonna like that. You're just gonna like push it up with this. It does take like a little bit of strength, like a little bit of a push to like push it up there, but yeah, I'm not gonna push it out all the way because I have to use this next month. So yeah, So yeah, and then after you're done, you're just gonna like put it in the package, and then you're gonna wrap it up in toilet paper and throw it in the trash. Do not flush these. Do you understand? Don't flush the tampons or the pads. Don't flush them. Roll it up with toilet paper and put it in the trash. Okay? Okay. So now that that's over, yeah, with pads, I think mostly every girl knows how to use a pad. So I'm not gonna do that, but that is how you use a tampon. So yeah, keeping clean on your period, and definitely like tampons or pads. And I feel like there is also Dixie cups, I think. So personally, I feel like Dixie cups are for fully grown women, and so if you're like 12, 13, don't use those. Okay, I feel like they're for adults. I mean, if any ages can use them, I haven't looked it up, but yeah, if any ages can use them, then fine. You do that, but it does take a lot more work to use a Dixie cup than a tampon, so yeah. All right, so back to keeping clean on your period. So after you take a shower, you're definitely gonna want to take a shower every day. You do not have to wash your hair every day. So yeah, I think that is pretty much it for periods. Oh, definitely use perfume on your period. Don't spray a lot, because just any day, if you spray a lot of perfume, it's just gross. But definitely use perfume, definitely use lotion. Also keeps your body smelling good. All right, so the last topic, the fifth topic, I'm going to mash self-worth and mental health into one topic. So yeah, let's get into mental health first. And so if you are struggling with, I sound like a commercial. If you're struggling with depression or any of that, or if you're having just constant mood swings, like I promise you, I've been through that. Personally, I don't really agree with medication. Honestly, I think you just need to, for me, I like spending time with God. That is what I usually do. But you can always have a self-care day. That's what I'm going to be talking about. So basically, let's go through a self-care day. What I like to do is, I have a little list over there, but I don't want to get it. I like to get in the bath, relax, listen to relaxing music, and just like think about my life and cry, of course. And then I like moisturizing my body, doing my skincare, putting on a face mask, getting some comfy clothes on, and chilling for the rest of the night. If you are feeling down, I would just say doing a self-care day or a self-care night really helps. And honestly, cleaning up your life, taking control of your life and being like, okay, I need to get this done. I need to do this for myself. I need to drop these people to actually be happy. And that's okay to think. I'm just gonna make it really clear. If people tell you it's not okay to think about yourself at all, just just pretend like they're not there, okay? It's okay to think about yourself once in a while. Like, it's okay. We need to think about ourselves, because honestly, if we don't, we fall into depression. We fall into all of this other stuff. And we need to take care of ourselves just how it is, you know? And so I'm just going to make it clear to you, if you're falling into this stuff, nobody is going to clean it up for you. I have to say it, because it was me. I don't want to get emotional. But I'm just going to be real with you guys for a second. If you are in depression, if you're having constant mood swings, if you feel chaotic all the time, I'm not saying it's your fault, but you need to clean it up. You need to be like, okay, these people aren't good for me. I need to get them out of my lives, and I don't care what they say about it. I need to get them out of my lives. If my room's not clean, if my physical state or whatever isn't, you know, the best, then I don't know if it's how you do it, but I don't know if it's how you say it, but clean it up. Clean your room if you're feeling chaotic, or clean out your backpack, or do something. If you're feeling like you need to get this done and you need to get this done, but I don't really want to get it done, get yourself up and get it done. Because most likely you will feel better afterwards. That's what I'm saying. And I'm not trying to be harsh with you guys. I'm just not sugarcoating it. Like, that was me. Like, thank God to my mother. Thank you, Mom. You are literally the best mom in the world. She kind of helped me do this. But I was like, yeah, I'll finish my missing assignments. I'll do 2 a day. And she goes, no, just do them all tonight and you'll feel good. And I was like, that's a lot of work. She goes, just do it. And I was like, okay. So I got it all done. Took me like 4 hours and I felt great afterwards. Just take control of your life. And I'm not talking about rebelling. Kids, listen to your parents. I'm just going to be real. Listen to your parents. Like, you have no right disrespecting them. I'm getting off track here. But I'm saying take control of your life in a mental state. If you're feeling depressed, learn a way to get out of that pit. That's what I call it. Because I felt like I was in a pit. So I learned how to get out of it. I got me good friends. I got my grades up. I learned how to be more respectful. And that helped me and my mom's relationship. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Don't be like, oh, so sad me, I don't have nothing to do about it. Like, I get it. Like, we're sad. Okay? You're sad. And you feel like the world is crashing down on you. But it's not. And it can be fixed like that. And I'm saying this out of love. Because it's like, I've been there. You know what I mean? It's like, I had to get myself out. Like, you can't be walked all the way. You know what I mean? You can't have everybody by your side. And if you do, that's great. But that's not going to be your whole life. One day you're going to have to learn how to do stuff for yourself. And if you do that, that's great. But you, like, little things like this, you know what I mean? Like, taking care of yourself. You need to take control of your life and take care of your own self, because nobody will do it for you. I said it, okay? And I said it, and it's fine. Take control of your life. If you're in depression, take control of it. Go on walks. Do stuff that makes you feel good. And don't give a crap about what anybody says. If it's not cool, who cares? It's for you, for your own happiness. And you need to say, if these people aren't good for me, I don't care if they're happy or not. I need to worry about it. Because they're not good for me. Of course, don't be like, oh, you're so stupid, and make them like that. But you need to be like, hey, I'm sorry. Or just distance yourself, like I said. No, if you're feeling like that, then I'm sorry. I really am. But you need to get up and get yourself cleaned up and get yourself in a state of happiness or a state of peace. Because honestly, nobody can do it for you. And so, yeah, I mean, it's the hard truth, but it really needs to be let out, because at the end of the day, you'll find yourself being like, I need to get out of this. Like, nobody can do it for you, and people don't tell you that, but nobody can do it for you. I mean, of course, they might try, but you can only change your state of mind. That's all you got to do. You'd be like, at the end of the day, if everybody drops me, the only person who will actually have my back is myself. And I'm not saying people are like that, you know what I mean? Of course, there's good people out there who love you and who care about you. I mean, I love you. I care about you. But yeah, at the end of the day, who you trust the most is yourself. And it's just the hard truth about it. So yeah, that is pretty much it for all the topics. And I love you guys so, so much. I hope you're having a great week, a great month, a great day, a great hour. But yeah, I guess that is pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified every single time I post a new video, and give this video a big, big thumbs up. This was so fun to film, and comment down below if you want me to make this a series, and I definitely will do that. So yeah, I love you guys so, so much, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!